How would you assess the current state of college football?
It's still great. It is a great sport. I think it's getting, so many people right now are too caught up on all the changes that are happening. Like, it's still a tremendous sport. It's in transition right now. And you take some things that in their own right in a 10-year period or a 50-year period would be landmark changes, and all these have happened in the matter of a couple of years, and you put them all together and it's been very unpredictable. I feel like the next 5 to 10 years it's going to continue to really evolve heavily, and you feel like there'll be some stability after that, but I don't feel like we're very close to stability in some of the areas that have changed so much, like the transfers and like NIL and like conference realignment and just all that's going on right now.
Where does your gut tell you that the transitions in the game will eventually net out?
Well, I think as we start to get some real data on what's working and what's not, because that's what'll happen. Right now there's no data, so everybody's just going off in all these different directions on what they think's right. When we start to see, what is the real success rate of these transfers? Are these transfers graduating? I feel like that'll level off.
How so?
Well, I think right now it's just the cool, easy idea to do. But you also see the thousands of guys in the portal right now that don't have a home, that left a home and a scholarship that they had. You see a lot of guys that are going places and not graduating. And for every good story right now, there's probably 2 or 3 that are not successful.
What do you think of the transfer portal?
It's good and bad, right? There are absolutely situations where it has benefited guys. And listen, we've had a lot of the guys that have benefited from it as much as anybody. There's too many people that's the answer when something doesn't go right. And I think that is a problem.
Because you as coach also need to be able to give tough love to a player and appropriately punish them or whatever the situation might call for without the player upping and leaving, because that doesn't really, at the end of the day, help anybody.
Yeah, if you sit with any recruit when they're coming out and you say, do you want me to coach you to the best of my ability and push you to get everything out of you? Every kid and every parent's going to say, absolutely, yes, of course. If I can't do that, or if I do that, I know that you might leave, and that keeps me from doing that, then that helps nobody. At the end of the day, it still comes back and puts responsibility on us of who you're bringing into the program, and are you bringing in guys that are going to run at the first sight of adversity, or guys that are going to hang in there and only make a move if the situation is just flat out not working.
How do you view NIL?
Some the same way. I think there's some real positives to it. It's never made sense to me why these guys could not earn money. I mean, every other human on the planet can earn money. Every other college student can earn money.
And everybody else connected with them in the football.
Absolutely. Schools have made money. Conferences have made money. TVs have made money. Coaches have made money. So why can these guys, not get compensated? Now, the age-old question was, well, of course it's gonna seep into recruiting. Everybody is such competitors, you almost got to protect us from ourselves. I think everybody knows that it's gone too far, fully knowing that when they opened it up, especially when the NCAA did it with no guidelines, which, in my opinion was a pretty big mistake. You were going to have to try to walk some of it back to get it to where it's what it's intended, which then benefit off their name, image, and likeness.
What do you think needs to happen?
I wish I had a great answer. You've got to try to find a way to take it out of recruiting. But that's going to be really, really difficult in this age of, where people are going to lawyer up, or there's antitrust rules and all the things going on legally. It's going to be a long road to walk that back to maybe get it to the ideal spot. And do you ever get it back to there? I hope so, but I don't know.
Which, in fairness, only benefits you being in LA, but says a lot that you're saying that for the betterment of the game.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think just the purists and all of us that love the game, we want it to end up in the right place, and you balance that between all of us are, I think, feeling that constant push and pull of you feel your responsibility there, but also your responsibility to make your current situation, your current team and program the best you can. I mean, that's what they hire you for.
If you were running college football, the immediate changes you would make would be what?
Yeah, one CEO or commissioner. I think you'll basically go to an NFL model. The NFL has wildly succeeded. We've certainly crossed over into that world. You re-outline all of these conferences, which is wild to say for a head coach of a team that's getting ready to go to another conference next year. But I think you re-outline that. You have one head, you have a salary cap, and then they can go earn outside of that however they want to, just like an NFL player can. I don't know how long, I don't know how fast, but I feel like some form or fashion of that is coming.